Ready, steady, go.
Good morning. It's Saturday morning and we're in the greenhouse and the fan's blowing and it's keeping it cool and we're loving it. This morning we're going to plant some seeds, aren't we, Kaylee?
Yeah, hi guys.
She wants to plant some beet seeds and some carrot seeds before she goes up to her grandpa's to work the cows with her mom and dad.
No, to ride Eastwood all by myself.
Oh, she's going to ride a horse all by herself. But today we want to give a shout out because we're wearing our Utah red. The Red Rocks gymnastics team from the University of Utah will be in the NCAA gymnastics finals for the women. And it'll be at 6 o'clock Mountain Time and 4 o'clock Eastern Time. So go Red Rocks! We're really proud of them and they're exciting to watch. Tonight we're going to be putting together some grow bags. Like I said, we're going to plant some seeds for Kaylee. And what we're doing right now is we're starting with the additives that we're going to put in those grow bags. And the first thing I have is some grow medium that I got. It's a professional grade. I got it from the nursery down here. And it's the same thing that my local nursery plants all of their seeds on when they start. Then we're going to put about half of that and half compost. And then we're also, Kaylee, you can't keep jumping up and down. We're also going to put in a soil additive. And my local nursery told me about this additive. It's not a replacement for fertilizer, but it works really good. It gets your soil with all the stuff that it needs for everything to grow in. And so I put that in all of my grow bags, all of my grow boxes, all of my raised beds. And even when I start growing, excuse me, Kaylee, even when I start putting the tomatoes into the grow boxes, I put a little tiny bit of that in the bottom of the hole, and we'll show you that at that time. But we're excited, and we're going to show you what we're doing, and go Red Rocks.
Go Red Rocks.
Over there, you're going to see two great big bags, and that is compost. And at this time, I buy my compost from our local nursery. It's about $150 a bag, because I don't have my own compost pile, but I probably will have by the end of the year. The smaller bales are the grow medium that I get to put in the grow bags, and it's about $57 a bale. But what I found out, I was having to move that compost across here in the wheelbarrow, which is fine and dandy, only I can't get the wheelbarrow over the thing so that I can bring it in to the greenhouse. So what we're having to do, sorry if this is making you dizzy, is we're having to move it into those little blue barrels and then move it over to where we're going to put it. But I wanted to show you what that soil activator was. It's Natural Guard brand. It's Fertilome, and it's just a natural organic additive that they put in the soil. And like you see right down there, this is not intended as a fertilizer substitute, but it's for use on all kinds of different plants. And this is what it looks like right there, just like little tiny pellets. So we're going to get busy right now and get a couple of those grow bags filled. All right, so we've run into a few problems, and I'm going to show you what they are, and maybe this is one of those things we'll all learn about. So, okay, we put the compost and the soil and the soil activator in the bag. And look what the bag does. It doesn't have a real stiff side. And these are the ones that are about 4 foot by 2 foot. So we are just letting those plants sit there as support. And then when we move them outside, I guess I'll have to build a little wooden frame for them to sit in. But I wanted to show you something kind of cool. There's Baylor. He's going to help us plant beets. So that little square that you see is a seeding square. And I got it, I don't know where I got it, but it's kind of cool. And you just use those, like the red ones are going to be beets. And it has a little description that says what will be red, what will be blue, what will be yellow. So we're going to start planting. See you in a bit. Good afternoon. It's way afternoon. It's like 4:45. And I haven't got as much done today as I wanted to get done. Part of it was because I had my grandkids here, and when you have helpers, it kind of tends to go a little slower. And then I had to run them up to their grandparents, which is about 25 miles from here one way. And so that cut in a little bit. But I did get all the carrots planted, and I got all the beets planted, and I finished a couple of bare-rooted plants that I had. But I wanted to tell you about this little experiment that I'm doing. I had 2 packages of carrots that I got at the same time I got all the rest of the stuff. And I think they were like $2.59 or $2.87, something like that, for a packet of carrot seeds. Well, the other day when I was down to the Family Dollar, they had a little display with some seeds in it, and they had carrots. And so I thought, well, I'm going to just get me a few packages of that and see how they work. And they were 4 packages for 25, or let's see, 4 packages for $1, so 25 cents a packet. So anyway, I brought them home today, and I thought, well, the first thing it's going to be is I'm going to open that packet, and there'll be like half the amount of seeds that there is in the more expensive packets. And that's not the way it was. They had just as many in there. And so I have done this little experiment. I've got 1 grow bag that is just the carrots from Family Dollar, and we'll see how they do, and then we'll see how the most expensive ones do, and we'll see which one is the best. And then I'll know whether I'm going to spend 25 cents a packet at Family Dollar again, or if I'm going to pay $2.50 a packet somewhere else. So I'm going to get started planting some seeds in these. I think I talked to you about them. They're a reusable 6-pack, and I really think they're kind of cool. I started with, went ahead and I put seed starter and soil activator in my little cat litter box here, and I added water to it. And the reason I add water to it is so that it will compact down in these little 6-packs, but also so it gives those seeds that first chance. And it's kind of interesting when you start filling these. They've got a hole in the bottom of it, so you got to just kind of be real careful how you do them, and just poke them down there, get them good and compacted, because if you don't get them good and compacted, then when you go to take them out, they're just going to fall apart. And it's not going to matter if you how many seeds that you have, or excuse me, how many roots that the plant has. It's not going to work very good. So just take that. It takes a little more material, but you'll be happy in the long run. And just, yeah, you just play in the dirt. Just get them completely filled. And then I always leave just about a ½ an inch or so on the top of them, because when I water them, I don't want the water to go everywhere else except for where it's supposed to go. So there you go. That's just a seed that's ready to get started. You can see that the holes are in the bottom of them. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant some Brussels sprouts. And I know every one of you that's out there going, why is she planting Brussels sprouts? Well, my daughter loves to cook with Brussels sprouts, and my grandkids love them. I think it's just one of those things that if you raise your kids up trying different things and eating different vegetables and stuff, then they're always going to be able to, or always going to want to try that. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these Brussels sprouts and maybe a few other things, and then I'll get back to you this evening before I go to bed and let you know what I did. And it's been a good day. I hope yours has been a good day too. So, ciao. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I got done today, even though it doesn't look like very much, okay? Just bear with me. So, this big one right here is beets. The second one is carrots. And the third one is that trial carrots from my seeds from Family Dollar. And then I've got over here, I've got all kinds of squash and pumpkins, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. I guess that's about it over there. Now, I wanted to tell you a little bit about these raspberries. Last year I bought these 3 raspberries, and they weren't very big, and I babied them all season. And then when I decided to, when I put my garden to bed, they ended up underneath a tarp. And this morning, or not this morning, but this weekend when I got moved the tarp out, I was really surprised that they were there, and I'm watering them and they're growing. That's amazing to me. Okay. These are the strawberries that we planted last weekend, and they are doing really well. And if you notice, these are raspberries, marionberries, Justin berries, I think. And then I've used the other ones over here to help support these grow bags. So we'll see how that goes. But the trees are growing well. I've got new growth on all of the trees. And the only thing that's not really doing, so this one right here, this plum tree, it doesn't have any leaves on it, but it is green, which it wasn't green when I planted it. And the same thing with that one. It's coming green from the bottom up. That's a pawpaw tree that didn't get planted until way late last weekend. And then those over there are some plum trees. You can see new growth on the plum trees. And the other thing is the elderberries. And they don't have anything on them yet, but hopefully. So anyway, I'm going to call it a night. My back hurts and I don't feel good. I've got this terrible cold and it's just dragging me. So I'll see you later. Thanks.